Does it work? Okay. Hey, yo. Welcome to Mousiki Radio, the podcast by artists for artists. Today we got a special person, Kashari Peterson. Hey, welcome. You also got my homeboy Big Easy, the co-host. So today we
You already
interviewing
know
the
what it
one and
is.
only, right, one and only Kashari Peterson. Nice to have you.
Nice to have you.
Podcaster, author. Hey, thank you for joining.
I'm thankful for being here. My first little podcast interview and everything, so kind of nervous.
Don't be nervous, be happy.
Right.
Don't worry, I still. Don't let me sound like Bar Marley now. What's up with the plan? No, you know about the man, boy. Then you know.
All right. So let's get started. First, before anything, tell us about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to who you are.
Okay, so I'm more of like a hype man or energetic. I can be very shy sometimes, but once I'm around people and I start a conversation, you can't get me from stop talking. I'm very blunt. I love to dance. I really
Okay.
love to cook. I'm going to school for culinary next so that I can, have my own restaurant. I already got the business degree, so gotta have a culinary.
You must be a Cancer.
Right.
You must be a Cancer.
No, Virgo all day.
Oh
Virgo.
gosh.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Oh no,
So,
no,
What
no.
month?
September
What day?
8th.
Okay. 13, so right around the corner.
Okay. Yeah, it's about to be the big 23 around
Oh
the corner.
God. Ooh,
Damn,
you a
stop it!
baby.
You make me feel old.
Baby.
Oh, it's okay. I feel like I'm getting old, so. But yeah, so I like to empower women, females, so I like to talk and just cater to different topics that people normally like to not talk about.
Right.
But me, I'm very outspoken. I say anything that come to mind. It don't really matter. That's how I am. So that's a little bit about me.
Okay. So my question is, what made you inspire? What inspired you to start writing a book and start doing the things you're doing right now?
What inspired me to write my book was ever since I was a little girl, I always liked reading and writing. So it just started from being a little girl. I used to write little poems and then draw little cartoons next to it. And then as I got older, even to high school, I kept writing poems. And since that day, I put all my poems together as a collection of my life goals and steps in life and made my book what it was.
Okay.
It's a collection of poems of my life stages.
Damn.
Okay. So my next question is this: what was the date? Did you have a date or a time frame of what, like, when it hit you that God said, "Hey, you know what? I think you can do this," versus of listening to people telling you can't do it at all, or versus people saying that, oh, if you do this, everybody's gonna look at you different. Like, did you listen to the non-singers, the people that told you they can't do it, or did you just keep on going?
Far as the book, so I was in high school actually when I was putting the book together, and it was kind of hard because I was working at the same time, and a senior. I was trying to graduate, but I had in my mind that I had goals that I wanted to achieve. I wanted to get the book done so I can help different women and help little girls because I always was in the community doing something, volunteering, speaking to kids. That's always me. So during that summer, I was at a camp, a summer camp, and the woman I was working with actually was a publisher, a black publisher. I
Really?
didn't know that at the moment, but I learned, and she made me her assistant and blessed me with helping me publishing my own book. So I felt like that was a sign from God and was a blessing because she helped me throughout the whole way how to learn how to publish my own book.
Okay. Damn. I was just about to ask you, it's like, how you publish your book? You did it self-publish, or you got somebody to publish? Okay. So when she helped you publish, did you get it? You got that check?
She helped me publish it, so that means she paid for everything. And far as my sales and marketing, I would market it and sell it myself. So around
Okay.
my birthday, I had did an event, a poetry love event. It was like a spoken word open mic, and I really
Okay.
raised a lot of money than I thought, and more people came than I thought. It was my first event, but mainly it's just marketing and word of mouth. I was still learning. I still am learning, so it's like
Right.
as you go.
Everybody's gonna learn. Sometimes we're gonna fall. We're gonna crash. Sometimes we're gonna learn how we gonna. Sometimes we're gonna learn, and that's how life is. You
That's the
know,
only way
life
you
is
can.
about it's about nothing but learning. So my next question is, besides after that, what is your next thing you're going to do? What's your next project? I know you say you wanted to. I know we were talking earlier. You wanted to open your own restaurant. Besides opening own restaurant, like did you thought about like starting a clothes line? Did you start about starting your own brand so you can at least have something else that has your name on it?
Okay, so when I was in high school, I started doing different things. Like I started modeling. I was doing my writing for the book. I started going out and actually being on stage and doing my spoken word. I actually performed and went to camp at Springer Theater downtown. So basically, all that really taught me to have my own label with my own name. And so basically, I am my own business, and my name is Kashari Peterson. And I made a logo that said Kashari Peterson, and under it, it says modeling, it says writer, it says spoken
Huh?
word performer, and everything.
Okay. So, all right. So I'm gonna ask you a few questions. All right.
You
With the
snack and
book,
go to
right?
the room.
Mhm.
First, what is your writing process? When you made the book, what was your thought? What made you sit down and be like, all right, these are the poems I want to write in the book. This is how I want to format everything. What was your thought process?
So mainly all the poems that I ever wrote is in the book, but far as my thought process and layout, I had a friend, he helped me. He's no longer here, but we both inspired each other through our life obstacles and everything because he was a poet too and rapper. Um, Basically, what I did was divided them in different stages of my life. One is about when I learned about different um, black people, black history things, and wrote more about it. Like when I was in college, I learned more about how many black people are ended up in jail and wrote more about that in the system. So most of the poems are, separated by, Black history topics, Black history people, more about some gonna have Black women empowerment, and some is about self love and
Okay.
college and life.
Okay. So when it comes to your book, right? Have
Mhm.
you said you started selling it? So two questions. One, have you gotten your LLC so you can officially have your business legally?
I did a EIN. I haven't did a LLC.
Get that. It's only $100. And I'm saying,
Well, I
get
mean,
your
it
license
depends.
company.
It really did.
Georgia.
Your Godfather. It really depends where, like, what state you live in.
Well, in Georgia, because you're in Georgia, Georgia's only $100. So
Okay.
you're gonna get that. You can go right online. You don't have to go nowhere. You go online. You can fill out the information. You pay it. You send it off. It'll send off, and then you get your LLC back, and you just pay every year. And there you go. You got the EIN. You got the LLC. You'll legally register business in the state of Georgia. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I just felt like I wasn't ready for it yet. Um, I'm gonna think more on it.
I think you're
Okay.
ready. So okay, when it comes one more, when it comes to your book, right? Have you started online? Have you started trying to put the book digital? Because it's a digital age, and selling it online as an ebook or selling it on Amazon.
Yeah, so when I first published with her, it's on Amazon, it's on Barnes and Noble, it's on I had created my own website during that
Okay.
time and selling. It has a digital ebook on Amazon. I just at this now and age and stage of my life, I don't want to use that yet because I'm going through the process of unpublishing it with her company and republishing it under me.
I feel
Got
you.
you. So it's our topic. Question. So do you think we will ever have a female president?
I would say vice president. I wouldn't say president. So no, I
Okay.
don't.
Another question. Do you think that how do you look at the world how it is right now? Like as being a black woman. Like do you look at it as a like do you see that like a lot of black women are getting target like against other things, like racism and what else? Like things that we wish we had like a lot better equal like how I say it. It's more like say like have women can have more equal rights or more like how do you look at how you look at like the world right now like in a bubble ways where everybody is like how do you feel about the situations that that these are going on with black people and especially us black men like with the police and everything like how do you really feel that and then how can you encourage the black women to actually try their best not to get involved with that.
Okay, so far as women rights and everything, I feel like black women go through it a little bit worse than other races when it comes to rights and everything and living in this world or America. Everything is not really the land of the free right now in America to me. Never have been. And I just feel like being a black woman, it's harder and you have to stand out more. You have to do a lot more, especially in the work industry. It's like when you doing a job application and you have to check which, race you are, black. I feel like they also looking at that too. Like I gotta get a percentage of black people in just to have diversity. Just
Right.
with colleges too. It just I feel some type of way about that because you shouldn't judge us by our race, but by our character and our personality and what we bring to the table. That's what you should be judging about. As far as black men in America and what's going on, I'm always with my black men. Always. By their side, got your arm, you cry on my shoulder, everything. I'm there because I really think about it because I have a nephew and he's 15 and he's getting older and I kind of, tear up a little bit because it's hard out here and you gotta teach them, what to do
It
if you
is.
get stopped
Yeah,
by the
it is.
police. Because I got stopped by the police with my sister because he said we went over speed to like, it was 35 is the speed. We was like at like 37 or something like that.
Man, he could
Just
have
a
let
little
y'all
bit.
go.
Just a little bit. It was dark and we just got a little bit scared, but I was like saying like here, okay. My
Yeah.
sister like this, I don't want to be the next Sandy Bland. I'm like, I don't either, but stay calm, collected. Don't show no fear or nothing because.
Right.
Most definitely, because like one time I got stopped by the police, and it was weird because Godfather was on the phone with me, and I told him I was like, I'm getting stopped by the police, and I was driving to my mom's house, and left alone. I was scared because like the cop was like coming up and he was like, "Oh, you almost hit me." And I'm like, "Dude, I didn't even see you. I didn't even see your lights. So
Right.
am I able almost hitting you?" And like, and then the way that then he was super rude to because I had my foster kids with me, and like he had his flashlight, and like he waved inside my foster kids' eyes, and like my foster kids are like, "What the heck?" Like, there he was rude. So like I had to be calm and collected because if I don't be calm and collected, one thing can go wrong in a second. And
Mhm.
That is true.
I don't want to be on the news because like it's hard because sometimes I admit this like when I'm driving too. Like Godfather knows about this, but I got hit by a car before while I was riding my bike to work,
Mhm.
and left alone, you deal with something like that, it triggers your mind because you don't know
Right.
what to
Yeah.
do about it because you're expecting you're driving trying to drive perfectly, and one thing could have messed up in a second.
Mhm.
That is true. I think Martin Luther King had the perfect, during his I Have a Dream speech. Was like, when I have a dream one day, they stop looking at us by the, our color of our skin, and they look at us
Mhm.
by the
Content
content
of
of our
the
character.
character.
So
And
I might have said that
and that's
wrong.
the crazy thing about it. And the crazy thing about that is like okay, Godfather and Miss Peterson. I'm gonna call you by your last name, but do you know that shot did not kill Martin Luther King?
Yeah, yeah. The
Yeah,
FBI did it to him
that's a
while he
tough
was in.
man.
Right. He did
So
it when he was in the.
but that's what I'm saying. Like you left alone, we already go through a lot of things in the world, and then nobody you can't really control of what the things are happening, and it's so hard to like say, okay, I want to try to like do something positive, but you always got those white people that can't see you doing positive things, and it's like
Right.
um and I feel like that it's kind of hard enough for just trying to do what you gotta do.
Yeah,
All
you
right. So
right
let's.
because like
Well, you could cut it out, bro. What you say? You good, Godfather?
Well, yeah. I think my Wi-Fi keep cutting in and out. God damn
Um,
it! I hate when the Wi-Fi do that.
I know. What's okay? So you need new Wi-Fi. So another question.
Okay.
For you,
You do.
black sister. So what's the main thing that you encourage people to do?
I encourage people to just write down your
Come in.
goals.
Okay. Hold on, real quick. I have to go open the front door real quick. Just hold on real quick.
All right. I'm
Okay.
back. We got a little more signal. Okay. So while he leaving, we're gonna continue this. I forgot where he left
Okay.
off at. All right. So the black women today, right? Let's go into that topic because he mentioned earlier. Your book is about empowerment, right? So with the way things are going today, right? With the access to Instagram, social media, OnlyFans, premium Snapchats, celebrities, city girls. You think that all has an influence, on the way people see the culture, the way people see and sexualize black women. You know what I mean? How they want our lips, they want the booty, they want everything, but they don't want the black woman. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about that? Do you think we're doing it to ourselves when we start getting into the stuff that they trying to give us? You know what I mean?
Bye.
I feel like we have always had the shape, the
Yeah.
assets, the booty, the boobs, the full face, not face, But lips,
Right.
we always had that, and I feel like they always wanted some of them, so they created things for them to look similar to us, but they would pick on us about the assets that we have down
Right.
us, but you're going to pay a surgeon to go get your lips to look fatter. Oh, she got big lips. Oh, her
Right.
Or
nose too
or
wide.
or or try to do things that as our culture, trying to be a rapper, try to be a singer, try to do anything that we're doing, and you're trying to say, oh, but I don't like your culture, but you're trying to be part of it. It's like,
Trying to take part of it with the melanin shot. They got melanin shots to make your
Yeah,
skin darker like us now.
yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Or
Or
they be like, oh, her natural hair is not professional. You need to get your hair done. Baby, my hair
What
is
is
all
that?
right. And my
Right.
hair is done.
and
Like,
it- and this and that's the crazy part, because you expect them to, like, not trying to be part of culture, because even back in the day, what happened? The KKK members, they didn't like they didn't like that we were selling drugs, but darn it, your ancestors, your people give us the tools to give us drugs, but you
CIA
don't
brought
get
it
mad.
into us.
Exactly, but they didn't buy it because they get mad. They get mad because they're, oh, well, you guys are involved with this, but we can't. But you're mad about it. Nah, bro, you can't be mad at
Right.
something that we didn't cause. We didn't cause that. You know.
Right.
Um.
But I feel like it's our fault as well. I mean, think about it now. We starting to take part in people have started to take part in. We're getting boob jobs. We're getting, as soon as money becomes successful, we start changing our skin color by, trying to make it lighter. We make our lips even more bigger, or, we make our butts way bigger than they were and already were. When, by the time most women hit what 30, 35, from the, because of our ancestors, the hips naturally start coming in. You start feeling out. So we start taking a part of everything that they're doing to be us. So that's what I said. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like we're doing it to ourselves.
I
We
feel
are.
like we I feel like we, even though we're on this earth, we don't supposed to be of the world. Like all the things that come into the world and these boob shots and these big butts and everything, we don't really need it. God made us the body we're supposed to have, and once you start
Right.
getting them shots, you're gonna see the consequences. You're gonna see, oh, I gotta go in the hospital because it went left. I'm getting sick from it. You don't supposed to have it. All these toxins in your body. Like, be
Right.
happy with the shape that you have. Because Lord knows I'm happy with my shape. Whatever I got, whatever I have is what I have and gonna have. And you never know how your body feel itself out as you age.
Right.
So when it comes to that, I feel like most other races or white women think that black women trying to look more like them when it comes to like hair extensions and getting their nose smaller, like skinnier, or their face
Hmm.
with Botox. But I think it's also a self-esteem thing. Like I gotta look the best, what social media and what the world want, because that's what they think as beauty.
Yeah. So
That's what's getting paid the most.
I got a question, and this is a deep question. How do you feel about um men turning to, like, be transgender to a female? Because I feel like I know it's like kind of on top a little bit, but it's kind of deep. But like I feel like that men, like when people do that, I feel like they're destroying their body, the temple that God gave them. Like it's like this. I was watching this video, right? It was weird. So you had this dude that was supposed to be a transgender, but he was a female at first, but he turned into a dude, but he didn't fix his voice, so his voice sounded like a girl. Then you had a dude that turned to you had a girl that turned to a dude, and she didn't fix her voice, but she sounded like a girl. You know what I'm saying? And then to me, I feel like they're targeting more black women more with that shit, because if you think about it, who did they get their organs from? They're getting the female organs from a black woman. And
Right.
that's why you see a lot of black women are going missing so much because they're let me take your organs because you're so beautiful. We're just gonna take your organs and kill you off, but not say nothing about it. And I feel like that all these, and then you see a lot of people because I saw on Facebook where it was a white guy give birth to a baby. What?
Yeah, that shit crazy.
So how would you feel about that? Like, what do you feel about that situation of like how the world is getting to a cluster of
Getting rid of the
sin?
black men, getting rid of black people, eradicating this.
I feel like when it comes to organ selling and everything, I know they killing us and making us going missing. That's the first thing I think about. They taking our organs. You know we live longer. We
Yeah.
do. We
Oh.
age slower. Like even when a black person die, it takes maybe you could let a black person body stay out maybe a week and a half and they don't decay that faster than a Caucasian. A Caucasian, you leave it out a week, that body is black. They turn black. Like they want our melanin. Okay, our hair still grow when we dead. Okay, the bones and all the hair still there. So to me, they targeting us. They always targeting us and hiding things because they want what we have, our essence. And
Exactly. Like, because if you look at it like this too, most people don't understand. Like, black people are the last people, the Israelites, the Hebrews. So
the
like
original Hebrews.
the original Hebrews, and then on top of that, like, okay, it's like this. My stepdad once told me, he was telling me one thing. He was saying that like it was something deep. We always have deep conversations, and he was telling me. He said, if you think about this, when people were thinking about Jews, right? You thought about the Jews during the time during the times where Hitler tried to kill all the Jews. Nobody said nothing about black Jews there. Nobody said anything about what type of Jews they said they were trying to kill Jews. And the thing about that, it drives me crazy is that even left alone, you have so many different things are happening. Like, for example, I remember the first time I think it was Call of Duty, or it was a shooting game where you had a black German inside in the military. I'm like, wait, what? I had to think about it. I said, wait a minute. That's kind of crazy. Because nobody knows that. I ain't know. That's exactly. And see, like, for example, who was it? KRS-One. One of the greatest, one of the legends black rappers that I like, that's from New York. And he said, like, when he wrote a book, and I think in his book he was saying that when we came first, we were here, where they found America, they used to call us, they used to call us blue, but they didn't know what else to call us because we look so beautiful. And it's like, now our skin color is beautiful, but we don't know how beautiful our skin color is supposed to be because we so into this thing. Oh, well, you don't like your skin color because of what the meaning of our skin color means. And it's like,
right.
Our skin color is beautiful than anything else. I think so.
When the light shines on the black melanin and it glows, you know what I'm saying? That's to me that's sexy right there. When you look at a black woman,
myself from the sun. I was seeing melanin.
She said she had to hold herself. She's like this. Wait, Hostel, let me slow down.
I knew what it was.
Protects us. It really does from a lot of things. People want our skin.
Right, and that goes into a whole nother conversation where they say, like, you know, white people are from the reptilians and all of that. That's a whole nother topic. But I did know, I listened to a podcast today, they were like, Egypt has the same thought concept of why they don't protect the white Jews in Egypt, because they were black, they left, became white, and then came back. They're not who they originally were. Why would we protect the white Jews when originally they were black and then they left? And it was like, damn, they're using the same thing Hitler said And I guess they say Hitler was right, like he was saying. Hitler wasn't talking. Why was Hitler only targeting the white Jews? Why wasn't he not targeting us? You would think Hitler would target black people as well over there, and they saying he only was targeting the white Jews because they were not their actual Jews. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like he was targeting those who was not the ideal of who he thought was the right Jew or what he thought should be. You know, that topic is so crazy. They try to compare slavery with the genocide of the Jews. I think you shouldn't. It's two different things. You don't. It's both.
It's sad.
It's hurtful.
But
both
see,
but they have a whole museum for it. They got reparations.
Dude, it's weird because I saw this quote that I can't remember what it said, but I'm trying to remember how it went. But it said, when Hitler attacked the Jews, he was really not targeting the white Jews. He was targeting the black Jews because the black Jews were the original Hebrews. And it's like, people don't think about it because they don't sit there and we don't go back to where our DNA comes from. And it's crazy because it's crazy because for example, I'm in this this is our topic, but I think have you ever guys heard a black guy? What his name is Moon is supposed to be like a Moon, but like he's supposed to be like the only richest black African American that was only richest African American.
He's a billionaire.
He was a billionaire.
He's a rich.
So somehow I was sitting saying because I'm on like on Facebook, I'm on different groups. So on this one group, I'm in a black nerd, like black anime nerd thing, and they were saying that they were trying to compare Piccolo with him because Piccolo was like wears the same stuff that he does, and so
that makes sense.
And it's just weird because like, okay, for example, okay, I know Godfrey, you watch Naruto,
right?
Does Rock Lee reminds you of Bruce Lee?
It does.
Okay, so it's just that me personally, I feel like that they put black people in certain things, but we don't really pay attention to it.
So are you trying to say like when it comes between Naruto and Sasuke, it's black versus white?
No, there's not. No, not that. It was more like this. Okay, when you find out that we had a black character inside of Naruto, because I was like, damn, I always wonder, well, what's the black? Why we don't have no black characters in here? When I first started watching Naruto, then to that next, you see Killer B. And Killer B was the only person who was like this sitting rapping. He was like, yo, I'm Killer B. You don't want to mess with me, yo. Like, you're like, wait a minute, bro. That's the first black person you bring in here?
And that's the only thing that you make us do. That's the only thing we can do.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. So like, even though like, I understand like different cultures see us differently, but it's just like, it drives me crazy when you don't see like John Ball Z. What's the first? John Ball Z doesn't have no black person in there. Name one black person.
They do. Okay, so let's look at it. Let's look at it this way. They said the Saiyans are supposed to be from another race, right? From another planet, right? So technically, if everybody's kind of like Asian, the Saiyans would be black. I mean, they have black hair, they have dark skin, they have tails. They call them monkeys, just like us. But every time they go Super Saiyan, why do I turn into a white dude? They glow, become lighter, blonde hair, blue eyes.
Maybe I guess we find enter power, we turn white. I guess I don't know. I'm just saying, but it's just that what I'm saying is that even like everything that you see, like for example, as a young kid, I know Peterson you might agree with me. Did you hate watching every movie that had a horror movie that had a black person in it? What's the first person that dies? A black person.
A black person, like, come on now.
Like, that doesn't make sense. Oh, we're the ones that going to die faster? No, the white motherfuckers going to die faster.
Exactly,
so like,
because they're not thinking. They're like,
Right. How
Yeah.
the fuck do
Oh
you
my
fall?
gosh.
How do you turn around
I
and
can't
fall?
believe this.
He's right there. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Guys, who we gonna tell? Who we gonna tell? And you get the black
Motherfuckers
person like,
just
all right,
walking.
listen,
Walking.
hey homie, us black people were like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I said, look, y'all niggas go. I got you. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know what was a racial thing to me, but that's what it felt like. I'm like, why the fuck every black person I see that plays in a fucking horror movie dies?
Because
Like,
they ain't meant to get the lead role. They don't want to give us the lead role. Why is every black person that has a lead role is they're not from the United States? If you notice that, every black man that's in the lead role is not from the United States.
Yes, like the show Snowfall. The show
Mhm. I didn't know that.
Snowfall. The character, Franklin. I did not know he was not American.
I didn't know either. I did not know
What?
that.
Okay. My boy that played in Tyler Perry movie, Daddy's Little Girl. The dude that played Daddy's Little Girl was not from America. He's from fucking I think British. Where he's
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Because
They always British.
Yes, but
It's just
that's
Elba. He British.
But see,
they still black. They just their language and everything is not, English.
it's way different than ours.
It's different, yes. But hey,
Okay.
that's diversity. That means we're getting everywhere. Our people getting everywhere.
Right.
That's true.
Which
That's
is
true.
good, but
But
it's like,
see,
why can't you
but
just put
that's
one of
crazy.
us? We here already. You know how many
But hey,
Franklins
listen though.
there are in the
But
United States?
But listen though. You know what drives me crazy too? Is this. If we do have a lead role, what role we playing? We have to play as a
Superhero
gangster.
with lightning powers.
Listen. We have to play a gangster or thug or anything that has to fall with us, huh?
Drug dealer, stereotype role.
Exactly. Only role that you saw that was a black person playing like something that it was a secret was Will Smith and Man in Black.
Pretty much, but even then, it was still like the white character was in charge, was the boss.
It's still. But what I'm saying is that what I'm trying to say is that exactly we were the knuckleheads. We were the ones that started trouble and shit. We're over. It's like, and it's crazy because you be like, what the fuck? Oh, I want a black man that play gangster. Okay, look at Terry Crews right now. Did you know Terry Crews is not in a movie? Why you never see Terry Crews in no more movies? Because he is sport. You know why?
Why? I think it's because he fits one role. He fits
no.
The
The reason why that he has not been in the movies because he exposed to Hollywood.
And then they put him.
They just want us to live stereotype roles our whole life, and we feed into it. We feed into it.
Exactly.
For athlete scholarship. I just want to be an athlete. No, have a plan B. Get your grades up. Get that degree.
Exactly. But see, and the crazy thing about this too is this though, like, why the fuck that they don't teach us history the right way in high school?
Not the right history.
That is false. I learned when I got out.
Well, no, you learn the same history every year. How many times I got to learn about slavery? I got to learn about slavery.
But listen, but you're not getting what I'm saying, brother. Is this why the fuck it takes me to get to college to learn something about my kind, about my ancestors? Why
didn't I even learn it in? I learned on Facebook.
I got what you're saying. I went to a predominantly black school, so Spencer High School.
Oh Lord.
So all black all day, all time.
But listen, I understand that. But you understand what I'm saying? In high school, they're not telling the truth because, okay, for example, did I not tell you that Godfather we talked about the other day? I told you I found out it was an actual black person that was almost like what's his name? What's that dude's name? Alpha Pirates Caribbean. What's that nigga's name?
Like the black. You're talking about what Johnny Depp played?
Yeah, he's playing. Who is playing? Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, he was black.
Exactly. So
Blackbeard, they said was black originally. Black. It's a lot of people that say black. There's a woman who made the GPS. The GPS was made by a black woman. The microwaves, black refrigerators, black traffic lights, black.
but what I'm saying is this though. What I'm trying to say is this: is that why did they not teach us that we have a black person that was learning that brought Columbus, what is the nigga's name, that white dude's name, over here to find America?
Because the government tells the schools what they're gonna learn.
Because it's not in the curriculum and it's not in the standard, so it's not finna be learned. That's it. That's just it.
They don't want you
And that's
to
what
know.
I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm trying to say is that why the hell like we have to look into something like, oh wait, like we they see us black men, drug dealers, thugs, shooting somebody up or anything like that. Like what Ed Griffin said. I was watching to this one stand-ups. He said there's more black men in jail but not in college.
That is true.
And
And
once they get into jail, they feel like most of them feel like that's all they know. I mean, it's free food, it's health care, it's everything. Once they in there and their mindset changes, that's all they know. Once they get out, they don't teach them how to live in the real world once they get out because they don't want them to get out. They want them to stay. It's a cycle.
Exactly. And
They make money. Private
Exactly,
prisons make money off of black men and black women.
That's a good point, Miss Peterson. That's a good point because I saw this post one day, and my cousin got mad at me for this because he was in that stage, he was being gay and stuff. So, but listen, so the post said it was something like this. It was like this: when a black man goes to jail, he goes to jail for something small. Say he goes to jail for weed, right? To say he goes for weed. And when he goes to jail for weed, what happens? He goes to jail, and then after he goes to jail, he comes out. When he comes out of jail, what happens?
He can't vote.
He can't function right because he's so used to what?
Being in jail.
Okay.
He's so used to the system that when he gets out into the real world, he can't function. And it's the same thing that they do with the soldiers. Like I said, I can vouch for that. It's the same thing. We go overseas, we deploy, we get used to it. When we come back over here, we're not used to this. Why? I'm constantly going like you back in and out.
That's what I dislike because it's like at the school I went to, I just feel black men think that most of the time all they can do and to survive and provide for their family, I gotta go into the military or I gotta go to school on the athlete scholarship. I have to. No, you could be anything. You could be an engineer. You could be making gaming apps and making some money. Like, think smart.
But the last generation didn't teach us that when it comes to our parents didn't know that. They were taught by their parents to get a college, not even go to college, get a job for 20-some years, retire.
Exactly. And the reason why they don't teach us that is because of this. Is because they don't want us to. They don't want us to. They want to keep us hold to the point where we go find jobs and stay there for a long time. They want us to go do things like that because they don't want us to learn how to be men, have men learning how to be different men. Like, think about that.
You can't blame the white people on that part. You can't. We have to take some accountability.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You know why? Because you know why? You know why, Godfather? This is why you blame white people for this shit. Because this is why. Why in the hell the other different nationalities? Because I'm different nationality, but why do you see Indians are able to go get a gas station and actually work there? Why do you see it takes us personally to go do things that will something positive inside our black communities? Because why? Because they don't want us doing that. That's why we're brainwashed to the point where that we don't want to focus on starting our own business. Like, left alone. Like we left alone. You have a bunch of black people that are still living in that mentality. Oh, I'm gangster because fuck all this shit. Because I don't care if I go to jail. Yes, you don't care for that shit because
But
you
see, at
live into
that
that shit.
point, it's their fault. At that point, with the way we have tech, and if our age groups, generation, whatever you want to call us, we have internet, social media, we have access to everything. You can literally start a business by just going online, registering, paying
Yeah,
$100,
but listen,
300.
but
You
listen,
can't
bro.
blame the white people
But
when
no,
we have
no.
all
But
the access
listen,
to
but
information.
listen,
Yeah, I feel
but
like we can't blame them for everything now
Well,
because
no,
I
no,
feel
I'm not blaming for everything. But what I'm saying is that you have to understand that our generation can do anything because we have technology. But I'm talking about from way before where they started technology started getting heavy. That's what I was trying to say. Because you gotta look at this. If you're able to start a business, what do you have to go do, boss man? You have to go get a business loan, right?
Yeah,
Okay, but what happens if you in debt and shit, or say that you don't qualify for a business loan? So that's what I'm trying to tell you is that reason why is because they never taught us how to able to run a business properly. They didn't put this in school
yes,
because if you think about it, back in the day, my mom used to tell me during the time that she told me that she was in school, they taught everybody everything. They taught you how to wash your kids, how to wash your kids' ass, how to wash your clothes, how to do everything you're supposed to do above. But
yeah.
now
They
they
take
don't
home
teach
ec
it.
out of schools. How the hell you take home
Exact,
ec out of schools? Wood
they
shop,
not
exactly.
auto
teaching us
shop.
life skills for after school. Like we still trying to learn how to be an adult when we should already be ready once we get out. We should learn how to have
Exactly.
credit, how to cook, how to change a tire, how to
Exactly. And
everything.
that's what I'm saying. And that's what I'm saying that it's not going for that's what I'm saying. Because if you really think about it, if you really care about education, then you should teach me how to count my money right. Teach me
But
how
that's
to
the parents' fault. That's when you
no, that's
go
not the
to
parents'
the
fault, bro.
parents.
That's not the parents' fault.
The parents
That
put
But
you
is
in
your
school
parents
to
that's the
didn't
learn.
school
teach you.
fault too. That's the school. Because think about this. You have your parents are sitting here working like what? Like sometimes working into a job from 9 to like 8 o'clock at night. You know, your mama wouldn't have no time to do that. So you're in school, you should be able to learn how to count money. You should be able to learn how to run a business letter, how to learn how to do all those things. And they don't teach you that no more because we're all focused on what? They want to make sure that we are cooped up to figure out how to do this shit on our own. And that's what I'm trying to say. Because if you really think about it, it's hard for a black woman trying to raise a black man. Tupac said it. He like Tupac, rest in peace, Tupac, but he said it too. He said like it's hard for us to raise a black trying to do the things we want to do. He put it down for us. When he made Dear Mama, he said, I know. I said what he said. I said, Mama, I know it feels so good to learn how to pay my own bills. You know,
That's
because
the
he
only
had that shit.
person that can teach a black man is a black father. You take the black father out.
But
Women can do everything, but a woman cannot teach a man how to be a man. They can teach a man how to be a
listen
husband,
though,
not how to be a
listen
man.
though, if you because you just said a key thing, a black father, right? Then why the
Right.
fuck are black fathers not in the picture now? Why? Because during the time of slavery, they were separating us away from our families. And you can say, well, that shit could have died a long time ago. No, I'm just being honest.
They did that on purpose. They separated us on purpose. They made sure the mother was installing in the son's head that he has to be very strong. He has to be defensive. He has to be the provider of the family. That's why we have so many sons and mothers like strong together than a mother and a daughter,
Right.
and then a mother and a hold on. A daughter and a father relationship is so strong. That's just how it is now. It's like, although a black father supposed to be in a son life to show him how to be a man, also with in a daughter life, it affects her too.
Definitely does.
Exactly,
But
and
that's
that's what
when
I'm
I said
saying.
we gotta take some account. That's why I said we have to take some accountability as well, because we know the last generation knew. But when you continuously do the same thing from kid to kid to kid, when you know who terrorizes the black man the most, it's always the black mothers. Not saying all the time, but most of the time the black mother terrorizes the black son. So when the black son goes out in the world, he don't think nothing of himself. That's why he goes into drugs, whatever he does. Then when he gets a woman, he treats her like shit. He treats his kids like shit.
But you know
He
what?
leaves.
But hey,
It,
listen
it
though.
continues
But
the
listen though.
cycle.
Hey,
I get what you're
Godfather,
saying.
Godfather,
You gotta
I get
take
where you're coming from.
accountability.
Yeah, you're right. But see, there's embodied. How you going to take accountability of something that you can't control? Because
You
you
can.
can't.
To some point.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
Okay, so
Because
I say it like this: we all, most of us are not virgins, right? We all done it, right? We've all done it,
look,
but
she
then
was fine like this.
right,
Uh,
or one day,
No,
or
no,
one,
you're right. You're
or
right.
one day we will do it, right? So let's go by this, because this is one. Let's go back. This is the thoughts on Kevin Samuel. This goes on. This goes into what Kevin Samuel saying. Kevin Samuel was telling women that you have to take accountability. That what he was saying, that you're not as much appreciated, whatever, because you've had kids before marriage. You can choose. Anybody can choose when it's time to have sex. You know what protection that you can use, right? We all know
but true.
that.
But,
So when
but
you
listen,
let a nigga come in you, knowing that he ain't no fuck, he ain't too good, and then you get pregnant, what you think was gonna happen? You let a nigga come in you. Then at the same time with the
but,
nigga, okay, you didn't want a baby. Why did you come? Why you come with her if you knew you wasn't ready for a baby?
listen,
You got
Godfather,
plan B, abortion.
listen,
You got everything.
listen, Godfather, listen. You're right
We
about
knew.
that point. But
We
listen,
knew.
but
So why not wait till you get married
can I
to have
talk,
a
please?
kid?
Don't let me
Just,
sound my
Nick,
own
I'm just
STD now.
saying. We
You're
just
right.
accountability.
But listen, but I understand that you're right. We have to take accountability. But you have to remember this though. You have to remember that everything that had everything. Okay, we talk about this. It's like this: when you take a ball and another ball, what happens? It's gonna hit, right? It's gonna hit. But
Right.
But what I'm trying to tell you is that I get where you come from. We have to take accountability of that. But you have to understand this though. How you want to take accountability when it's like this? Every generation is like that, where the father figure is not in the son's life. Every generation that you have to go back from slavery till now. You have to remember that, because from slavery until now, that generation is still going to happen all the time. Like when you tie your shoe, you expect to tie your shoe, but if you don't tie your shoe, you're gonna what's gonna happen? You're gonna hit on your head. You're gonna fall.
But systematically, right now, more black women are having babies before marriage, and a lot of dudes ain't even getting married no more because they don't see the point of it. You don't see the point of
Everybody
a
don't
black
have to
household.
get married. Everybody don't have to get married. I personally don't feel like I have to get married. I don't believe in it because I don't see too many in my family. That's why I don't believe in it personally.
But listen, but sister, because you
Curse
said
that continues.
But with Godfather, how I say Godfather, what I say, but sister, you just said the key word. You see it in your family. Am I correct?
I said I personally don't see too many marriages in my family. It's nothing but a cycle of kids.
But I'm saying is that you get what my point is. That
Yeah.
that recycle and from generation to generation to generation is because you don't see nobody in your family that's married. It goes down to your generation, and it keeps going. Am I correct?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. It's a cycle. It's like everybody, since you don't see it, you don't really desire to do it yourself. So you just desire to have a kid. Okay, just gonna have a kid. Okay, the father not in the life. Okay, I'm gonna be a single mother. Okay,
But
well,
you see the negative effects. That's the thing, though. We see it happen, but we see the negative effects. Like I said, let's go from my standpoint. Everybody married in my family, but they still had kids outside of the marriage, or they didn't take care of them. Same thing as my dad. But look at me. I seen how it affected me, and it affected my cousins not having a father. So before I had a kid, I got married and had a kid years later in the marriage. You can see what it does to the black household when you do have a two-parent home. The way the child looks at both the mother and the father.
Yes.
The different roles that you take. So we know, like you said, we know what effect it causes. And it's up to us to change it.
But Godfather, you're right, and I'm just trying to tell you that the effect of it still comes from generation down to generation. Because, like, say for example, if I want to go fuck a girl right now and she turn around and be pregnant, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for my kid. But I'm saying is that even a kid, even that cycle, my father and be in my life, I'm gonna break that cycle. So what I'm trying to tell you is that it goes down to generation to generation to generation, no matter what. Because
That's why you need OGs.
exactly, but see,
That's why
the
you need
problem
OGs.
is the problem is that OGs don't want to do shit because the OGs are older and man, they don't want some OGs is like this. I'll listen to this one guy that said, if you want to be married, you gotta surround yourself with people who are married men. You cannot surround yourself with men that have never been married. Because why? Because they're always going to tell you, no, you shouldn't marry that girl, man. That girl ain't got no goods for you.
Surround yourself around like-minded people.
Exactly.
But guess what? You get benefits of being married. You get tax breaks. You get extra money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's positive and negative effects. But like I said, I have to agree with what you're saying because if you're not married and the black father leaves, you can get Section 8. You can get low. You don't even gotta go to Section 8. You can get low income vouchers. Women get WICs. My wife has WICs. Not WICs, but whatever. To get food for the baby and her to take care of herself. The man don't get that. So it's so much stuff that the woman gets for just having a baby or the father not being there. I see why. Fuck it, I'll do it myself. I'm gonna have a place to stay. I'm gonna have.
Not every woman can get that Section 8 child support WIC.
None.
Well, not every woman can. Some of these single women. I got a single mother sister right now, and it's hard life out here. It is not easy trying to get on these lists, waiting lists, and you still don't want to be on it because you need to wean yourself off of it to be able to take care of your child by yourself.
Right.
You can do it by yourself. It's just a stepping stone to be able to help these women, but not to be able to sit right there and be like, okay, I'm gonna let him continue to give me child support or let them continue to pay because that's making you lazy.
But they still do it. Then they have 2, 3, 4 more kids.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
And it
It's
continues.
government fault. Government fault. Government helping us have more kids, and they taking it back right now. Though they trying to do a bill for abortion, taking away Plan B, all that birth control law.
So now you gonna get. I can't use condoms no more. What am I supposed to do?
So
I'm just saying they're taking it away.
So, good question, sister. I have a deep conversation with you. I have to ask this question. So, what do you feel like what COVID was supposed to be really for?
Kill off some of the population.
And what else?
And black people, because they made it seem like it was us that mainly had it. Like soon as we get in the hospital, that's why I didn't want to go. I don't care if I was sick or not. I'm staying in this house. I don't want to go to the hospital. As soon as you go to the hospital, why a bunch of black people dead?
You know what's crazy?
Right.
Because reason why I asked this question is this because a lot of people don't understand what they were trying to do with this shit. They were not trying to target all the other races. They were trying to target black people. But listen to this though. You had what was it? Was it you? It was somewhere. I think it was another country. They had it where if you had COVID, you had to stay in this camp, and if you step out of that camp, they kill you.
It was North Korea. North Korea was like that. North Korea did that. The dude from North Korea, they were shooting people that had COVID.
Yep.
Popped up with COVID, kill you.
Yep.
They did that back in the day.
Yeah, but another two, I know here in Arizona, if you had COVID, well, I don't know. I think in certain places, but I know in Arizona, I think it was like that. If because of COVID, they know how they had curfew. Did you know they had it like this? If you say you left your house around before curfew and then come back, you get a ticket for it. Then the next thing after you get that ticket,
I've seen that.
Yeah, they give you a ticket.
You get arrested.
Yeah, and if you get arrested, what happened is you have two options before you get arrested. you have an option to have this thing where it was a button. It was an app on your phone, and what happened is if you don't, they call you. If you don't pick up, they're coming to your house, and then whoever's in the house is out of your house, and they don't care what they don't. They're not going to tell your family or nothing what happened to you.
Right. But hey, let's get away from COVID because you can't talk about COVID like that. They're trying to shut people down from talking about the war or COVID. So let's get into the podcast. You said you was a podcaster. You had a podcast. Tell us what it's about. From podcaster to podcaster.
Okay, so my podcast is on Anchor, and I really wanted to start it mainly because I did YouTube, but then I stopped it, and I was like, I don't want to take too much time in editing everything. I want to be raw, uncut, and blunt. And I also don't want people to see my face for real.
That's why you was asking. Is it on the computer or is it on?
Yeah. I feel like people just need to hear my voice.
But Anchor now allows videos.
Yeah, I didn't know that yet.
Yeah, they just allow that. If you don't do it on the app and you do it on like this, you can put the video footage on there too.
Yeah. Basically, my podcast is mainly about me talking about adult world, me learning and coming out to adult world. I mainly talk about, woman empowerment and subjects that people mainly don't talk about. I love to talk about. I feel like I should be a sex educator. I really do. I love to talk about sex education, about exploring things, about a woman learning herself, about a man needing to learn a woman, and relationship things and life. Period. I talk about a lot of things on my podcast.
She said, "Hey, she talked about my favorite subject, man, sex."
Hey, that's the only subject I want to be talking about most of the time. 24/7.
Let's have sex, baby. Let's talk about me and you.
Dude, I'd be sick. I could be throwing up sick. Still want to get it. If I had COVID, still want to get it. COVID, throwing up.
Black this, black. Blah. Oh shit, babe, I'm good. Come on, get ready. I'm ready for you.
Nigga, I had a seizure. I had a seizure last week. Monday.
It's a fun topic. It's a topic some people don't want to talk about, but you need to because you're doing it.
Yeah,
exactly. Because and it's crazy because like every girl, for example, I know that you see on Facebook they had that little thing called Facebook dating, right? So like I'll be looking at girls' profiles and shit. They be like, I don't want to talk about sex. Then what the fuck you want me to talk about? This?
What else we gonna do? Just talk?
No, you don't supposed to talk about it off the jump. That turns women off. No, you need to let her start it. You need to let her bring it up.
But see, that's the thing. I allow women to do that. But my thing about it, what the hell? Don't worry about it. I was like, I do that, but it's like, it's weird because because your conversation, you can talk about, what's your favorite color? What do you like? The next thing you know, like, it kind of gets boring. It kind of gets boring when you ask those kind of questions.
Right. When it gonna turn into you want to see this dick? And after a while, it's got to turn into that.
I don't know. I think nowadays women do, like, sometimes on a first date or something, they want to know what's in your pants because if it ain't what they want, then they're going to cut you off.
Okay,
anyway.
so the size matter.
That's true. Yeah.
The size matter. Does it really matter?
We're like this.
We need to know.
I say 75% yes, but women go off of width more than length.
Okay.
I get that, and that's true. I think that's true.
So what is average then? 5, 6?
I'm in this group on Facebook. I think it's called Beyond Submissive. So there's like a jank and roasting sexual group. So they make topics like this all the time. I think that the average woman will take a 5 or 6.
Right?
Good.
But
good.
But listen though, even with I got a question. So this is like a good topic because we're talking about sex. Okay.
I love sex.
So shut up, Godfather. Just let me do it. Let me talk. All right. So what is how do I explain this? Okay, the last girl I had sex with, right? I didn't know she was a squirter. So listen, cause this is what happened. I was giving to her, right? I was giving to her, and again, she said, I asked her, "Are you a squirter?" And she goes, "Yeah." You didn't feel this shit. You didn't feel it because you didn't feel it on your face. I'm like, nah, because like it didn't. I didn't feel it. Like that's what she said, bro. Cause and then tell that, like, bro. Oh my gosh, dude. It was a wild night. I ain't gonna lie. I made her bust.
Peed on your face. Okay, so is it pee or not pee? That's the question.
No. Look. First of all, ejaculation, semen, y'all semen, our juices is a percentage of urine. Yes, a percentage. But who cares? It doesn't taste like
cream in my mouth.
I mean, shit.
I love inputs. I don't want it on my mouth.
Hey,
but you gotta think about it. The genitals is for using the bathroom.
Exactly.
So
that's only 10% of the reason why.
When a woman feel like she's squirting, it feel like she peeing. So a little percentage of it is urine, but it's not all the way. It's fluid. It's fluid.
I ain't never one time where she thinks she's squirting, but she really peeing. It ain't never no time where like, oh, I'm squirting, but really peeing.
Hey, quick question. I got another question.
She know the smell. She know the difference of her smell of her cum and her smell of her pee.
True. I mean,
okay.
You have to. I got another question. So, why would you when you do say you? I'm not saying I'm a pro, but I'm just asking. If a woman's leg is actual shaking, is that what she's gonna get ready to release? But is she gonna bust, or I'm just asking because I was fucking this girl, I had her legs her legs was like this every time I was having my business, and it was weird because I was kind of scared a little bit because I was like, okay, what the fuck is she doing? Is it how you say what's the word I'm looking for? Is she getting excitement or is it she's getting ready to bust?
When her leg is shaking, she getting ready to climax. But also you shouldn't take that as a signal because you should listen to her breathing and body movements. Not all the time a woman gonna be shaking, because I know I don't. No, it's gonna come and you gonna have to see on your dick. You know, ain't no shaking.
Hey, listen, no, but I'm just asking because her shit, she was she literally, I kid not, she was she was on her blanket, say, for example, I'll use this as a blanket. It's a towel, but she was like this, her hand was like this, and her hand was literally shaking, and then her legs were shaking too.
Was her hand so clamped up that you couldn't even pull it apart or something?
What do you mean by that?
Was she holding the blanket so tight that you couldn't even pull her hands? If you wanted to pull her hand away from the blanket.
I think yes. I think I couldn't do that.
Yeah, she was getting ready to. That's like when a female using a sex toy, and she on the bed. She gonna hold on to the cover really hard.
Damn, bro.
With the blanket, and her legs gonna start shaking. So yes, she's about to climb.
The goddamn Rose out doing this. Damn Rose.
Hey, nigga.
I'm just saying, it's out doing niggas. This is why you need a nigga.
Okay. The next question is so next question. Why every time when you say you hitting that shit from the back, right? Mm-hmm. Do you always have to wet her pussy so it don't come out? Because sometimes I had a problem I have is that when I'm hitting from the back, my shit comes out. I don't know if it's just loose or her shit is tight.
One thing, a female can't be loose. There's no such thing because a female vagina contracts and a whole baby can come out of it.
I'm just asking.
It fits towards your size. It will accommodate to your size, and it'll get even wider and wider. So I would say it's more of when it comes out, a female be like, dang, why it coming out? Why it get irritating a little bit? But that's because you moving too much. You need to slow down.
Or is it
And
dick
it's
smoke?
no. It's because you moving too much, and maybe because too slippery, too wet.
Got you.
That's
Okay.
the perfect when it's too wet.
Nigga, because you want that shit. You want that shit to drip on you. Shit like, hey, nigga.
I need that shit sliding. I'm like,
Look
Her
here.
grip gotta make it stay in. Her grip.
Too, that yeah, I was gonna say it can be that too because I know like while I was trying to do it and like I had like to like and she was like you got wet first. I'm like, God damn, I just got to eating your pussy. I mean, how wet I had to get it?
When you
sometimes I don't
eating it,
even want to fuck.
when you eating it, you gotta think about like an ice cream cone. You need to make that shit slippery.
I do. I eat that shit like it's nothing but ice cream. I go.
You're the
What is she
alphabet.
talking about? What is she talking about?
You gotta do the alphabet. You know you gotta do the alphabet.
I know. Like, and it was weird because, and then too, one thing I do hate is, listen, I hate when women don't like giving head.
You know this going on YouTube, right?
I don't care.
I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Women do not hate giving head. Women hate. Women don't hate giving head. Women hate if you keep bringing it up. You need to let her want to do it. The most she want to do it, the more it gonna be. The most she want to do it on her own, the more it gonna be good.
Okay, so here's my question.
You know what? No, thank you. I'll next time I'll let that shit happen.
Okay. So I got one in a relationship, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't make a nigga wait weeks to fuck, and they complain that he only lasts in 3 minutes when we do fuck? Why?
Me personally, before a relationship, I already was talking to the guy. So me personally, I want to know what the sex game is before we even get into a relationship. Because if I don't like it, I don't want to be with you. I'm just being honest.
Exactly.
It gotta be a sexual connection. You gotta please me.
But I got that. But what I'm talking about is we together, right? We together.
Mm-hmm.
We dating, whatever you want to call it. And we normally before we started dating, we was fucking whenever. Now that we're in an official relationship, you making me wait days, weeks before we get it in. We're not getting it in like normal. And then when you do give it to me, you get mad that I'm only lasting 3 to 5 minutes.
You know you need to do. Hey, it may sound wrong, but you know what you need to do before you fuck is jack off.
Well, shit, I do that every damn day. So when I'm in the when you finally get in the pussy, you don't last that long.
Yeah. But I'm saying is that if you do it before you do it, like before you get ready to do it, it makes you last longer.
Last longer.
Lie. That is a lie.
No, that's not right. That's dead ass, bro. Dead ass.
Right.
It's real.
Correct. And most females, I don't know why they do that. Because if you already were having sex when y'all were talking, and then in a relationship, you just wait, she waiting and making you wait. And then once you do, you want to lasting that much. That's because she made you wait. And you had so much, you like, oh my gosh, yes, we about to. Then it just over with now.
Okay,
no.
Right. I'm doing it 3 minutes. What the fuck? I have to beat my dick for the week.
Hey, I got a question for you. So, Miss Peterson. So, if say like you guys like said like you get ready to fuck, right? What's best than you think in your mindset, or no, in your like when you're about to have sex? Would you rather suck your dick first, or get ready this actually get ready to fuck? But when he's about to when he say he's like, hey babe, I'm about to bust, you suck his dick and let him bust in front of you on top, bust in your mouth. Which one is better?
I feel like suck dick first, and then fuck, and then eat my pussy, and then fuck again, and then all that. Yeah.
She's like all that.
Which one is better? Like when you're not when you're distance away, right? Because circumstances, whatever, but you can still sex or whatever. Would you rather get a dick pic or a video of him busting?
Calm video.
And just watch
him why? Because you know why? Because you guys get busted at the same time.
Because she could be imagining and be doing herself at the same time. But with a
Exactly.
picture, she gotta use more imagination. But if she actually see it coming out, then yeah, it's over.
Yeah.
It's going on my premium
Okay.
Snapchat.
I'm dead.
My own.
He said,
OnlyFans is gonna be me busting.
Shit, we want to start our OnlyFans.
$4.99.
I can't do that. I don't want to start no OnlyFans.
Hey, shit, you make money off of it?
I know, but just me personally, I don't want to.
Got you. I feel it.
Videos okay, making videos okay, but I don't want the whole world seeing everything.
Okay, I got a question.
Put a mask. Put a mask on.
I'm dead. I got another question for you. So, why females like how I say this? Like, say you have friends, like you say like girls tell you, oh, I just want to be friends, but they want to fuck still. But why is it always like a man have to like sit there and pry over, like say for example, if I invite a female over to come fuck because that's what she knows we're going to do, why should I have to go pay? Why I have to pay gas, and for her to come through to come fuck?
You talking about when she don't have no car or something?
No, it's not when she has a car. It's like, say for example, like say you have a female that like say, okay, it's like this. Say you came and hit me up, you're like, hey, I want to fuck, right? So, and I'm like, okay, I tell her, hey, let's fuck. You're like, okay, well, hey, I just need a couple dollars, or like send me $30 so I can get gas. But like, it's okay, like, should I have to do that shit? Or I might be nice enough, but what happens? You decide, fuck it, I'm going to take your money and leave. I ain't gonna come over.
I feel like if she texts you and she wants some, she want to get some, then she need to make her own way over there because you didn't ask her. A female gonna make her way to some dick. It don't matter if she don't have no money for no gas. She can make a way. Now she want money because she trying to see if you gonna get to her.
I was just wondering because some females that be like, oh, they want to be friends with benefits and shit, but they want me to pay for them to come over here.
Nah, fuck that.
Friends with benefits means that even though y'all having sex, it's not just sex. They want to go out on dates. They want to spend time together. You can give them a little bit of money. Sometimes that's what benefits means. Now, if you just want sex, then you need to say that. Don't say you need to ask her what's her definition of friends with benefits.
All right. So let's move on. Last topic. Now, Kevin, we've been on here an hour and 17 minutes.
I don't care.
All right.
I don't care, dude. Man, we here, bro.
I know. Kevin Samuels died last weekend. He did his video. Within 24 hours, he was gone. What is your thoughts on about Kevin Samuels and the message he was giving to the black community? Because he wasn't just talking to black women; he was talking to black men.
Some things he had a point, but some things I don't agree with. You're not gonna agree with everybody's points and opinions in life. So when he died, I felt like when women were bashing him, talking about I'm glad he dead and stuff, I don't do that. Give condolences to his family. Like, he's dead, he's a dead person. Like, have sympathy. But at the same time, like, when you down in black women, I don't have too much sympathy. So I'm gonna leave it like that. But I didn't really
Or telling the truth?
I feel like some of his points was good and some of it I don't agree with. A lot of it I didn't listen to too much. I didn't look at his videos or listen to some of his things too much as everybody else. I don't really feel how most black women feel. I'm just like in the middle, okay.
I don't know, man. I feel like he had like a good like message to try to tell black women that I'm not saying that he was like like he was telling black women, oh, this is wrong with you. This is why we can't men can't stand you. I feel like that black men were like, how I say it?
Being sucked, trying to were fuck. I don't even know how to say it. Or used a lot for years,
exactly.
for generations.
Yes, But I feel like that everything he was saying to black women, it was okay, but it could have been differently. How he said it in a different way.
Yeah, he could have came across a different way, but it's how he said it. In some ways, like I agree with some. Sometimes I don't agree, honestly. Like when it comes to even with black men trying to justify why they going with a different race and everything, I don't agree. Your message, your point, you gotta say it the right way. Don't have to down your black women just to give your point. That's how I feel.
So when it comes to that, right? I'm gonna make this one statement. When it comes to why I think a lot of successful black men turn into dating white women is because, how should I say it without making it sound harsh, right? Not too many black women will uplift a black man. I'm not saying a lot don't, but it seems more often, like we said, the mothers downing the black sons, that they see that in the household. So when they get a man, if he's not, even if he's doing everything he's supposed to be doing, he still ain't shit sometimes. You hate him, he ain't shit, no matter if he does everything he's supposed to do.
But see, that's the thing though. I think that reason why that's like that because a lot of black women have been hurt so many times from a black man. Because you look at it like this: if you expect to be good or try to be an example for a black woman or for a black man, us black men sometimes we're not a great example sometimes because we do some shit and we do shit that's not supposed to be good, and we allow ourselves to be in situations where, okay, for example, like we walk down the street and we see somebody that we don't like, and what we do, we want to fight, we want to sit there and fight or kick somebody or beat somebody's ass or want to shoot a nigga up or anything like that, and we say that we keep telling our black queens, oh well, I'm trying to do better, I'm trying to do this, but we still live in that same life cycle. It's like, okay, it's like this: you try to eat mac and cheese, but like, and you see a white person make mac and cheese, you're like, you don't see the how they made it differently, how the regular mac and cheese is supposed to be. You taste the white person's mac and cheese, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Right, but the way I look, I understand what you're saying, but the way I look at it is, why if I'm working 60, 70 hours every 2 weeks, right, or a week, and then I come home, I'm dealing with the bullshit at work. I come home, I'm dealing with the bullshit, the arguing, the fuss, and that thing happens all the time. And you tearing me down like I ain't shit. Now I'm successful. Why the fuck would I still want to deal with that when I can go get to a white woman and she's not gonna do that?
I feel like most black women need to be more sensitive to y'all feelings and everything. Even though you don't really express your feelings a lot, you rather walk away or hold it in. I feel like we should be more sensitive. We supposed to be your peace. Right. When you coming from work and everything, we're supposed to be your peace, but also you're supposed to be ours too. You're supposed to be a safe place for both. I know that's how I feel. When I get off of work, I'm frustrated and I go to my boyfriend. I'm very frustrated with work. He's my peace. And that goes the same for him. He get off of work, his back hurt, I'm massaging. So I get what you're saying about the fussing need to be toned down because it's a time and a place and you ain't got to fuss all the time now.
But listen, but you have to look at this too, is that every time that like with something like that is because of the fact that every woman that has been, every woman that was raised by their moms has seen what their mom's been through, and what happened is the things that their moms see that, or they as a little girl they see them what their mom's going through, they may think it's okay to do that to their men. So that's why we have that little thing, like I told you, I was telling your other godfather, is that we have it like as a gene, and then what that gene is it follows us because we're going through that shit. That's like, okay, for example, it's about, I watched this movie about Walt Disney. It was like how we used to watch Toy Story. Everybody would like Woody, and then somebody would like Wood. a buzz. But what happened is we're in this mindset where the chemical hits our brain where we say, okay, I like Buzz and you like Woody. Me and you are fighting because I like Buzz and Buzz is better, and you're like, no, Woody's better. That's what us, because we have that gene where we want to, okay, it's okay to fight, it's okay to argue, it's okay to do this, it's okay
Right.
to mistreat our queens, because we lived through that trauma of fighting, seeing our moms going through some bullshit. Mom's going through arguing with stepdad. Mom is fighting with stepdad again. We're seeing this shit, and it goes on to them, and when it goes on to them, it goes back. It goes to them from their generation into their generation. That's why I said sometimes.
It's cycle that repeats itself consistently.
Exactly. Like I told people, history repeats itself. You just don't know how. Like, okay, for a certain another thing. Like, you may see another Michael X or a Martin Luther King, but you don't see it because it's a whole different way of it. Like the same thing with George, the situation with George Floyd, when he got shot. Not George Floyd. When George got shot, when he got killed, nobody knew that like he sold the next day before they thought he stole those cigars. Nobody knew that he sold weed to the clinic that night before, the night before. So he went to the store and bought his shit, and they're all saying, "Oh, well, this dude was a criminal. This dude was doing this. He stole cigarillos." Nobody knew that he did. He sold weed to the clinic. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that our generation? We sit there and see we allow the things that we do to our kids and our grandkids and our great kids. You know, and that's why I try to tell people. It's not just a thing. It's a gene, because it goes back when we were slaves. Same thing when we were slaves. They took the father out of the picture. What we had to do, mother had to figure out how to survive, how to survive taking care of the kids. You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I feel like your point right now, it just remind me what the pastor stated about Adam and Eve, and how we was born into sin because of Adam and Eve, of that fruit. That fruit is sex, and they weren't supposed to have sex, and they defied that, and we was born into sin. And then he had to send his son to die for us, be reborn. So at the same time, when you said that we was born into it, it's like a cycle. When you said about the family and everything, and about it being a gene, I completely understand, because we actually every day we sinning. It's like a gene. It's like something we inherited, and we don't know no better. So I get what you're saying.
Feels good. Now let's go into the black families. When we had the Obamas in office, it showed a strong black family. It was inspiration to the black community. You got a strong black man. He has his strong black woman who has her own as well. He's got his daughters that are taken care of. They do it. They're in college. It showed inspiration to the families. Now, when Kamala Harris came out and she was preaching Mary J. Blige, black people, when they saw her husband was white, do you think it changed her message a little bit?
I don't know. I don't know anything about that part, but as a Obama,
I'm expecting her husband to be.
I'll say Obama. When I saw Obama become president, it made me feel happy, but at the same time, I knew it was gonna be some shit that they're gonna make him look bad on. Like, for example, when he came out with what's that shit called, Obamacare. I had to tell a white boy one day. I had a serious talk with a white boy, and it's like this. I told him straight up, even though we have Obama as a president, it's cool because we haven't seen a black president. Well, to that back, Obama is not the first black president. We all know that.
He's not. Black. Well, the first black person to run and almost win.
Exactly. But see, we already had a black president before George Washington, but they wanted George Washington to be the official black president, or the not black president, white president, the first white president. But we already had a president and appear before George Washington turned president. Then you had Abraham Lincoln. He was half black. Okay, so like I said, yeah, he was. His mother was black.
Mm.
I didn't know that. That's
Neither.
a good one right there.
But see, and the thing about it, because you didn't know that. Like for example, I can look it up. I'll look it up later. But I'm just saying that it's true. Abraham Lincoln was half black. His dad was white, and I think his mom was like she's black too. But I forgot what type of black she was. So what I'm saying is this, is that when Obama, we have officially had a full black president. But see, the shit that pissed me off about people was they were judging him what he looked like, or they were judging what he was trying to do. But it's like this. I try to tell people, well, Obamacare, you look like this. Obama came with an idea and a solution. Okay? He came with an idea and a solution. Everything that he had on that piece of paper, he was trying to make it better. Trying to make his thing come better, right? It's
right.
Like when you look at the Ten Commandments. Ten Commandments is 10 rules that we have to follow by God. Okay. So it's the same way. It's almost the same way as what he was trying to do. But people look at it like this. He takes it, he writes it down, comes with the idea, and he comes with solutions about certain things. That he does is he goes to Congress and gives it to Congress. Congress looks at it, and what do? They look at it and they feel, okay, we're going to take out this, we're going to take out this, we're going to take out this, and we're going to keep this. Am I correct?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay then. So what I tried to tell this white boy was this. Everything that Obama was trying to do, he couldn't do the way he wanted to because he had somebody to answer to. It's
Exactly.
like this.
Yeah.
It's like this. If you're president of a company and your CEO is like, hey, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, and I need you to do this. That's what Obama was trying to do. But see, people go, oh well, Obamacare is not worth it. Well, Obamacare is this and this and that. But I say, okay, how can you say that? Obama is terrible because he came on with Obamacare. No, he's not terrible. It's the people that you have. You have the people in the fucking chair in Congress. Because if you don't vote, if you can't just sit there and vote for president. Because a president only can come with solutions to make the world a better world. But
the Congress has the real power. Right, the Congress has the real power.
Exactly. So Congress is the only people to sit there and making decisions on our fucking lives right now. So if
they can turn down any vote, they can turn down they can veto anything the president slides for. He got to approve it by them.
Exactly. And I tried to tell that white person, he was like, well, Obamacare, I don't care. That's the only reason why I don't like Obama. But the shit that pissed me off was this. So I'm like, okay, so you like Trump, right? Yeah. Okay then. What's the thing you like about Trump? Oh, well, I feel like Trump. I feel like we got to get these people out of our countries. What people? Oh, we have to get the people the illegals and shit. Okay, so you're telling me that you saying that? Okay, that's cool. I understand that. But see, they embodied. They came here. They couldn't come the way they're supposed to. Why? Because. Okay, you want to cut the room? You said.
No, keep gonna make your point. Make your point.
I'm sorry, man. I'm just like I like talking about this shit because like people don't understand this shit. But
but that's a whole nother topic. That's a whole nother topic we're probably gonna have to do another time. It's been 1 minute and 34 seconds. You know damn well we gotta put this on Anchor and it's gonna take forever to upload.
I don't care, man. But we here talking, bro. But listen, we're here talking about the truth, but nothing but facts. Am I correct?
It's the truth.
Okay then. So,
but you should answer the question though. The question was Kamala Harris. When you find out her husband was white, Was there a difference the way you viewed
I
him?
feel like some of her points and thinking is gonna change a little bit. She's not gonna be pro black too much. She's gonna also think about, okay, her husband white. She's gonna think about his culture too and everything, and try to put it more in a middle mainstream. Not try to focus too much on um her heritage and what she gotta
Mm-hmm.
go through too much, but what everybody gotta go through. So
And you
Well,
ain't heard shit from her ever since she took office. Where's she at?
but listen though, but I understand where you're coming from. Only reason why I went to Obama more because that's something that is more deeper than she's deep too, but it's more about I'm trying to point a view about people about Obama because the people can sit there and
Hasn't
say
been.
because Obama tried his best and he tried his
yeah,
best.
he tried his best with the time frame he was in office. He did what he was supposed to do. He did what he
Yeah.
tried to do, and he's going to do what he could do.
He
So
was so
Exactly,
sad when
but
he came out of office. When you see how when he first went into office, he looked all young. When he got done, I mean, it was 8 years, but shit, still, it took a toll on him.
it
he was
did because you know
stressed.
why? You know why? Because this is why. You know the president has to go through a lot more bullshit than everybody else does. Like,
Man, Bush
come on,
looked the fucking same when he came out of office. Even though we was in elementary school or we were just a little cut, we was just born. When that motherfucker came out of office, he looked the exact fucking same
yeah,
when he
but see,
came
but
out
the
of
thing
office.
about it, but you have to look at this. Obama had to make more decisions than anybody else because think about this. Obama had to sit there and figure out how he had to set a plot to kill Osama bin Laden because nobody wasn't trying to go get Osama bin Laden before he got in office. Am I correct?
Correct, but his first 4 years, his first term was really just fixing Bush's shit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Is that that's what he was going through. Because you have to understand that Obama was going through a lot more bullshit than they expect us to do. Because think about this. You think Obama, look like this. Obama has to send a bunch of kids or a bunch of people to military or that's in the military overseas over some shit that he cannot control.
There's nothing to do, and it's not his fault.
No, but it is his fault because he's a
No, I'm
president.
saying that.
Well, that's the title that he took, and he got to hold the responsibilities and the stress of it, and that's what
And
you got
thank
to
you.
do.
That's what
But
I'm
nobody
trying to
said
say.
nothing when Trump did the same thing. I was over there when we was about to face Iran, and Trump was talking this stuff, and they told me something. We gonna shoot the nearest. Iran, right? Iran and Kuwait and Iraq are close. Iran can send a missile, and they don't have to go nowhere. They can send a missile and hit every place near them. So he talking shit. We scared of our lives because they said we hitting every airstream, every airfield. I'm on a fucking airfield because you want to talk your shit, and nobody talks about that when Trump did what he did.
What? No, but I understand that, but that's what I'm trying to say. I was going to say this. That's the reason why I don't like Trump that much because Trump was trying to start some bullshit that we couldn't control. Think about that. Like, think of like this. Think like this. Okay, before he got in office, what did he do? He sent how many fucking nukes into another country?
He sent a lot of missiles to
People
Syria.
was trying to start a war. To me, he's like a frat boy who just want to have some fun, don't know what he doing, no.
Just like Putin.
Well,
I mean, that's his best friend. They best friends.
Exactly. So that's what I'm trying to say. Is that even though everybody votes for a new president and all that crap. I wish we could just sit there and take everybody could kick back and realize that it's not the president that we should be voting for, it's Congress. Because if you get the right people in Congress, you don't know what they're going to do. Because think like this. Because you're in the military, am I correct? Godfather, you're in the military.
Right.
Say we had to go to war right now. What would you have to do? You have to go pack your shit, get all your gear and shit, make sure you have your guns, everything you have together, so because you gonna get deployed to war. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Okay then. So that's what I'm saying. If we can't sit there and say we were about focusing on the presidency, why the fuck we don't sit there and vote for another fucking a better person in Congress?
Because that's what they focus on more is about the presidency.
Yeah.
Society
He's the face.
more who got to get in office.
He's
Who
the
gotta be
face.
president.
He is
or
the
this.
face. The president is just the face.
He's the face. That's it.
And that's the guy that falls on everything that happens.
That's his job.
Yep.
He's like this. He's
But
like this. We're going to start war. Oh my gosh!
but hey, Kashari Peterson. Hey, thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for joining us. Yeah, we had a
Thank
nice
you for
time
allowing me to
talking.
come.
You know,
Hey,
we got it.
You know she over here. You know she enjoyed herself because she over here laughing her ass off
I
like
know.
this. She's
She's
like
talking.
this. She like this. She
Yeah,
like
y'all
this
funny.
niggas. She said these niggas here. They something else.
She's thinking about
y'all
getting
funny.
something.
Ooh.
That's what you're thinking about. You're thinking about, damn, when I get off of this, we've been on here for an hour and 40 minutes. I'm trying to get some. These niggas need
That
to
is
hurry.
not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about laying in my bed. Thinking about laying in my bed. That's what y'all thinking about. Getting some. Not me. I'm laying in my bed.
But
said,
no,
I'm
for
gonna
real.
She would say I'm gonna lay in my bed and I don't give a fuck
Right.
what anybody comes around here. I'm just gonna do me. And only thing I can do is do me. I don't give a fuck
Yep.
right now.
Yep.
But for real, thank you for joining us. Hey, tell the audience, the little people that we do got, the name of your book and where they can find your book.
The name of my book is Melanin Poppin' by Kashari Peterson. You can find it on ETSY. I have a little shop set up, and also on Amazon, but I say don't go to Amazon. And you can also listen to my podcast on Anchor and Apple Podcasts.
So everybody on here, make sure you go give her some love, support her. We all gotta support our black queens because even in life itself, it's already going crazy in life itself. So we all gotta support each other and bring ourselves up because you know what? At the end of the day, if we don't do that shit, there's no point in trying to be positive with everything we do.
Oh, my podcast name is K's Vibes, by the way.
So follow her. Get all the people in here that saw his internet cut off, but I ain't worried about him. But follow Miss Peterson and show her some love, and able to just listen to what she gotta say. She might bring some A game to y'all niggas. I'm just being real. Like she might bring some games for y'all to how to make that clap. You know what I'm saying? So but yeah, so let me see something. I don't know if I can stop it because he's the only one who can control it.
Okay.
See, I hate when his shit goes off. It does that all the time. But like I said, show her some love until Boss Man come in here and just shut this shit down. Cause that nigga was mad as hell. He was like, man. But like I said, what I was saying was like even with everything else, like I feel like life itself sometimes it's hard to do what we gotta do. I feel that us black people we're getting targeted more on everything. I feel like that. I feel like sometimes it's a shadow in the midst of the government. The reason why I say that is because it's always something that that people don't know that's going on, and then they find out later. Like for example, Miss Pearson, I know you've seen it, but like, have you noticed that like you see like airplanes in the air a few times, and it has like the NOS comes out of the airplane?
Yeah.
You know what they call, right? You know what they call those?
Mm-mm.
They call chemtrails. And so what I mean by that is that what it is pretty much is that they have like the airplane has a sauce where they're putting chemicals in the air, and what they're doing is like they're finding ways to put shit in the air and try to kill us. Yeah, I see. Like I said, it always happens. His internet goes off and shit on the wrong time. We don't wrong times, but So yeah, like I said, like that's I don't know if you heard anything about that, but like okay, for example, you notice how how they say it's gonna rain, like the newspaper, the news. See, one thing I hate about the news is the weather report.
They be horrible.
Yes, because you know why? Because this is what makes me mad. How the fuck you know when it's going to rain? Oh, you're gonna tell me behind in front of the green screen that you can tell it's raining? I'm just saying, like, sometimes it drives me crazy. Cause like, you can't tell me that you know when it's gonna rain. I mean, how you know? But I don't know. It's just that to me, I hate news people because like the weather cast. I hate news. Period. I hate news. Period. Because it drives me crazy.
Yeah, I usually don't listen to it for real.
You know what? Because if only people that listen to news, I'll be honest with you, is Karens. They're like this. I need to find out what's going on in the news because if they give me information, we knew that, bro. I already knew that. So I already knew that. But because he texted me, he said that his Wi-Fi went. I'm like, we already knew it. But I think it's funny that Karens they be funny as hell sometimes because they're like, I wanted to know what's on the news right now. Let me find out. They be trying to start some shit.
Let me go turn on the news.
Yeah, let me go turn on the news because if I find out, I want to find out some shit. You're supposed to end it, so because you get back in here. But we're talking we're talking about some. We're talking about. Do you like it when we watch the news? I hate watching the news, and she was saying that she hates watching the news too.
Oh yeah, man, fuck the news. We already know they're trying to get every ATL rapper and put them in jail.
But it's funny as hell because it's like, bro, like only thing they do is like if it's the black person that's on a shootout, they want you to be part of it. Oh my gosh, you see the shooting that's going on? Yes. Oh, hey Billy, it's getting crazy. Look, look at what he's doing. The guy's trying to run. Hey, no one wants to fucking know that.
Now I'm scared to do this drill song. I'm supposed to make this drill song, and I'm in Georgia. They might try to lock me up. I don't know. God.
They're like, hey, a boss man gonna be like this. I'm locked up. They don't let me out.
And I'm small. I'm 5'3", so I'm gonna get raped.
That nigga said, "Hey, nigga, hey, my name Bubba. What's up with you? My name is Demarius."
Man, they gonna fuck me.
Dude, hey, listen. Hey, when Demarius drop his soap, hey, dog, you drop. Hey, bro, you drop his soap. He be like, I'll pick up that later.
Yep, ain't picking it up. But hey, like I said, let's get some sleep. I know I gotta take care of these kids. We gotta take care of these kids. Like I said, before my internet cut out, again, thank you for joining. We gotta redo this. We gotta do this again.
Yeah, we gotta bring you back in here. We gotta bring you back
in
here.
Definitely, anytime.
Like,
and if we just do Anchor, we could just do Anchor. We got the Anchor show too. This is gonna be on Anchor. Maybe the audio. The audio will be on Anchor, and then the video will be on YouTube and Facebook.
You know she gonna be enjoying that shit because she be like this. So I need to get back on that broadcast. She'll be like this. She'll be like, hey, can I get the link so I can set up another day?
Right, and if you want to know how to set this up yourself, this is Reststream. So with this platform, you can say you go live when you record. You can send it to your destination. You pay, but you can send it to your multiple destinations all at once. Like when we went live, we was live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time.
Yup.
Wait. So you was live? Wait, you was live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time?
At the same time.
When? Like now?
Nah, the last time when we did the last show, we was live on both when we did the last show.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So this is a great platform to use if you want to get back into doing your video stuff. Or like you said, just Anchor. You can actually, we just found out with Anchor, you just send them the link. And they can do the same thing we're doing right now without the video. All audio. You know what I'm saying? And then you just put it on there. So like I said, thank you for joining us again. When I come down to Columbus, I'll hit you up.
All right. Thank you, y'all.
Hey man. You better treat her out to eat or something before you come to go to Columbus, man.
We'll go to McDonald's.
I hate McDonald's.
She said, hell to the nah.
We'll go to
she said, I want some Popeyes.
Oh, Crystals too.
What? It's 24 hours.
Krista.
I ain't had crystals since I've
I
been back
love
in
me
Georgia.
some Krista.
I had crystals like one time since I've been back in Georgia. We'll go to Florida and we'll go to Waterburger. I don't even know what Waterburger
Man.
is. Okay, go to Waterburger.
I don't even
She
know what
said,
that is.
"What?"
That sound like it's like crystals or White Castle.
It's not. It's not.
Actually,
it's
it
pretty
actually is
good.
not. It's actually really. It's not really. You don't like that shit because
It's good.
It's pretty good. It's actually pretty fire.
Big ass burgers. But hey,
Oh
y'all
yeah.
have a good. Yeah.
Y'all have a good night.
All right.
I'm hungry.
All
So
right.
I'm gonna go eat. I'll say
It's alive.
y'all take care. Peace.
I'm going to eat me some tacos.